Hi there. Welcome to Sugar Glider Diaries. I'm Kimberly. If you're here today, it's because you are probably considering or have already gotten a Critter Nation and you want to get some tips from my assembly of my Critter Nation. I have 3 Sugar Gliders currently, and I got a double, triple Critter Nation. So 2 double Critter Nations with 2 add-ons is what you would need for this build, but you can glean tips even if you don't want to get something that big. Even if you don't have sugar gliders, I think there will be something you will find helpful in this video. If you would like to see the full video of me getting the cage, telling you why I chose this cage, it's like a 28-minute video, go ahead, I'll put that in the description box below. But if you're only in it for the tips, this is the video for you. In the description box below, you'll also find affiliate links. So if you decide to buy this same cage or any of the items that I have in my description box, please feel free to use that affiliate link. Amazon has to give me a little commission for sending you their way. You don't pay anything extra. Be sure to check out with the affiliate link within 24 hours of adding it to your cart so I get the commission. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe if you're new and have a wonderful day. I just unloaded the first box, so I thought I'd give you my thoughts and tips on that in case you're getting one of these and you don't know how to unbox it, as I did not. And I just spent a lot more effort than I really needed to, and I feel kind of stupid, but you know what? I'm going to show you what I would recommend doing that I didn't do the first box and what I'm going to do with the other boxes. Okay guys, so the boxes come like this, and what you want to do is lay it on its back, so you would tip it over that way, and then just take a razor blade or X-Acto knife or whatever and cut this off here, and then just pull that lid off. Because what I did, it's kind of in has an extra box around it, and I spent a bunch of time cutting this and pulling this, not realizing that if I just cut the top all the way around, and then you can just lift that off. I wasn't sure how they packed it and which way was the best way to open it. Yeah. Oh, also, the cages come with these little ramp covers, and these ramps, I'm just going to toss those because those are not really for sugar gliders. You could, I guess, well, no, you can't really use the ramps because they have this Velcro attachment thing. Anyway, I would just toss those if you're getting these for your sugar gliders. But if you're getting them for ferrets, I guess that is what they're meant for. So. Editing Kimberly here. So I realize this part is a little confusing, so I drew you a picture. Look at my wonderful picture. Okay, don't judge me, but basically there's 2 options when you are assembling a Critter Nation cage. You can either have the drop pan inside the cage, that's how it's designed, and you can have the shelf right here, or you can use the shelf to go right there and have the drop pan under the bottom grate. So what I'm going to show you is that this section right here, you have to put the wheels on the other side if you want to do it this way. So that's what I'm trying to show you how to do, is take the little stopper thing out from where it goes on the bottom, flip it upside down and put it here so that you can have then your bottom shelf. You wouldn't actually use it as a shelf, you use it as a drop tray holder. And then your bottom grate is right here. But what I chose to do in the long run was the traditional way, because I thought it would be easier to clean this tray, the inserts, instead of the bottom grate with the drop tray underneath. Basically, the difference is, do you want more frequent, smaller cleanings, or less frequent, longer cleanings? That's really the difference. So hope that helps. So to put the wheels on the other end of the cage and have the drop pan be able to go underneath the cage, what you're gonna have to do on these pieces here, this piece where it has the little plastic piece, you need to take this out and put it on the other side but don't shove it all the way down because you need to be able to fit a screw, and then that's where the wheel's gonna go. So that's what I'm working on right now. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. I found it's easier if you get a tool like this. I was using the hammer and kind of prying it up, but some of them are on there so tight that I can't really do that. So you just kind of take this and wiggle it up. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it one-handed. Kind of wiggle it up. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I don't know if you could see that. Anyway, there you go. Ta-da! I want to protect the walls without buying a whole custom cover, and I'm thinking this is going to work nicely. What I did is I bought some standard shower curtains, just plastic shower curtains from Target. And these ones actually have a magnet, so it's kind of nice because it sucks close to the cage. And now what I'm done is I've lined it all up. I have 2 shower curtains here. You can see where this one is starting to overlap with the other one. You could keep them to where it's double thick, or I think what I might do is trim this one to where it just barely overhangs. So it's a full curtain and then a partial curtain that will protect this wall and this wall that the cage is going to be up against.
Is this what you're trying to tell me? Am I right? So if the sugar glass full food out of there, does it hit the wall really hard and stuff?
Well, it doesn't hit it really hard, but it sticks to the wall, and then it can stain the wall and make a big mess where you have to like scrub your wall really hard, and it's kind of a pain. So you want to protect your walls if your cage is going to be up against a wall.
Cool.
Let me see if I can get, so this is their current cage and this is their new cage. And actually this one looks slightly bigger just because it's closer to me, but look at the difference. To make this cage, you could buy 2 double Critter Nations and then 2 add-ons. Okay, so when you're assembling a double Critter Nation, like 2 double Critter Nations side by side or 2 triples, the only thing that's really different is this center area here where they connect, because you don't put the side panels in so that they have full access. So instead of having, you know, the walls here, it's open. So the big thing with that is to make sure that you are on level ground. We had an issue because we were assembling it where we had an area rug and part of the cage was sitting on the area rug and part of the cage was not. And so we had a hard time getting the bolts to line up. You see that here there's 2 bolts that come in here, and you really need to get them to line up. And then what I did is I rested the other cage on the back, or on the wheel, see? So it's supporting it. And then we zip tied here, and then on the inside, let me move this out of the way. Hold on, pause. Here, 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 and then up here, those 2 pieces we zip tied together. Up there, those 2 pieces we zip tied together, and then we do another zip tie towards the top. So that's what connects them. Oh, and then we did a zip tie up towards the top here. So basically you do a bunch of zip ties and that's what keeps the 2 cages together. When I assembled on the inside, I did not put the extra, there's a little like spacer kind of thing right here that you're supposed to put between the cage and the screw, and I didn't do that on the inside because I knew that I wanted as small of a gap as possible. Let me show you. So you see that little spacer that comes with the cage. I did that on all the other parts, but not on the middle one because I didn't want there to be even an extra gap. So I did not put that little spacer on the middle sections, and I only used one wheel. So you see that there should be, if you assembled it the way they're telling you to, there should be a wheel here and a wheel here. Oops, sorry. A wheel here and a wheel here, but I only have one here and then one in the back instead of 4, because there's no way you'd be able to fit the 2 cages side by side with both wheels on the front. So, and then this also acts as a little support for the other side of the cage. If you're going to assemble the cage the way that I did also, you may want to get storage bins that have a lid for underneath, because my husband and I are going to work on a modification for this, but you'll see that because there's no side wall here, there is a gap. Not a gap that's a safety thing. They can't fit through there by any means. It's the spaces are not big enough. However, there is a gap for the poop and pee to fall. So I really have to be diligent about vacuuming under and that kind of thing right now. We're going to try to come up with a modification here because we have a bunch of these extras. So I'll keep you posted if I end up doing something with that. But for right now, I just have to make sure that I'm vacuuming and cleaning that area. So I do have these drop trays in the cage. Now, one thing that when you're assembling it, keep in mind, there are 2 grates that look almost identical. There's this one that has the 1/2 inch spacing, and then there's this shelf. This shelf is not 1/2 inch spacing. This is quite wider than the 1/2 inch. I think what happens oftentimes when you hear about gliders that escape right after they get a double Critter Nation is that people put this one in the cage so then they can slide out. So make sure that this is the bottom rack that is a shelf, or that it holds the drop tray like I show you how to do in the video, not part of the cage. All right, I hope you found that helpful. I hope there was something in there that you can use. Have a wonderful day. Please come back and see me again sometime. Bye-bye.